Welcome back to another episode of TVGP's We Roguelike It, the show where we play every roguelike in history. Don't tell me no, Moonpier.
Hi.
And Monkey Senior.
Hello.
I'm your host, Boston. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. We're talking about week 3 of Moonlighter.
Can I just jump in and interrupt before we start talking?
Yes, sir. Please, Mr. Moonpier.
Hardcore reference right here for my English peeps out there.
Okay.
Ask me the question, Noel.
Have you finished the game, Moonpier?
Yes, I have, Noel.
Whoa! All five gates finished.
All 5 gates. All 5 got my beat the game achievements.
Nice.
Did all 4 dungeons. I'm now just grinding out a whole bunch of currency to take into New Game Plus, so I can do that and attempt the speedrun, perfect, and broom bosses all in one shot. Because I'm
That'll
crazy.
be a fun run.
In one shot, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't lie. I'm stupid. I'm willing to admit that fact.
It's not what I thought was going to come out of your mouth, but okay.
But yes, I have beat the game, and I can tell from the nodding and the smiling that my fellow compatriot in beating the game over here and dressed in red this week, Mr. Monkey.
Yep, I did beat the game as well.
Nice. Congratulations, gents.
You suck, Boston.
What's up?
I said you suck.
I'm in the second dungeon. I moved through this game at a really, overly cautious glacial pace. So
I was going to use that exact word, so thank you for using that.
Yeah, I know what I am. Yeah, so there's no way that I am anywhere close to finishing this, which is fine because I finished it when it came out, and it is largely the same game. In good and bad ways. But what did you guys think about sort of how this game finished, how this game wrapped up? What lies behind the fifth door?
That ending reveal is so stupid.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. I think Patrick Klepek once said, you can't have a twist unless you have clues leading to that twist. And I'm sorry, but the text next to the pools are not a hint of what exactly is about to go down at the end of this game.
It's like the ending of Iconoclasts. Remember when we played that for Game Club and we finished it? We're like, what the hell was that? That story wasn't leading up to that moment at all.
Yeah. You can't do a twist ending without hints towards the twists. That's M. Night Shyamalan levels of being twisty endings.
And when the
trees all along. Ooh.
And when this game came out, there was no New Game Plus. So you could go back in the dungeons to not fight the bosses, and I was sort of like, well, I'm not gonna keep playing because that ending was so really weird, and now there's nothing else for me to do.
Yeah. Just I might have just, if that was the case now, I might have just uninstalled it after this week and said, no,
I'm done. I finished it. Yeah.
Well, I have achievements I can at least take a shot at, and apparently they are, despite being rare, they are not super difficult. So it's probably because nobody else has got the stupid patience level that I've got.
A lot of those aren't going to be bad. A lot of them are really grindy, where it's like, get coins out of trees in the city square 100 times. It's like, great.
Yeah, I may already be at 90% on that.
Nice. But some of I think the only ones that are going to be not difficult, but probably annoying are the perfect bosses. Because hitting them with the broom is fine. You can super enchant and upgrade that broom, and it does some fairly fine damage. But
yeah,
the perfect ones, I am worried about your future, where it's like, I got to 85% of the boss and I got sucker punched by something stupid and now I have to try again.
It's not going to be too bad because you have the amulet that you can create the teleport.
Yeah.
That's a good word. You can create that, and so you'll know full well you can go into the room before the boss doing it. And I was doing some minor research into things like the slime ring.
Oh, right.
The Watcher ring, I think it's called, which is that big green monster thing. That increases your damage by 50% when you are below 50% HP. So
interesting.
If you take yourself below 50% HP and then go into the boss room, you get the 50% bonus attack damage
interesting.
without.
Right. And if you're like all the way upgraded, you just slash a couple times and you're fine.
Exactly. So
Look at
it
these
could be a
strats.
game changer
Yeah.
for actually going for those sweet chivos, and it'll make that broom last hit a lot easier as well.
That's true.
Because it doesn't activate the 5% chance to get the Watcher in boss rooms and secret rooms and wave rooms. So when you do those chest things, the 4-tier chest things, it doesn't activate the Watcher in those rooms or boss rooms. So
interesting.
There is a chance for
nice.
A little bit of hashtag hardcore strats from Achievement Hunter Mr. Moon over here, who has a very significant problem. I admit that.
That's right. But I think it says something about the game that it's fun enough that you're willing to like go through the second time and kind of get some of this stuff, as opposed to being just like, well, I guess I'm done.
Well, yeah. Also, I have to play it for another week or so, so that's fine too.
I mean, you don't have to. You could just be like, "Oh yeah, I played it this week." Wink.
Yeah. But no, what did you think of this, Monkey? Are you with me on this whole twist thing with that stupid ending? Like,
yeah, it's kind of whatever, and it did kind of make me not want to play it anymore. So I'm not sure if I will be playing it this week.
Like it's the worst case you can have for an ending, where it's like, oh, I'm done with the game in this like grindy roguelike game that has a really cool gameplay loop, and now I don't want to play it anymore because like that just kind of soured the whole thing. The game doesn't have the strongest story to begin with, but what's there is typically well written. But like, man, that ending, it's just like.
I did find the tech boss was super easy.
Yes,
and
compared to the stupid desert boss, that's tech boss cakewalk.
Yeah,
and the first form of the last boss is really easy too.
Yeah,
like you just.
I thought the second form of the last boss was easier. Like I hated the night version. I enjoyed the big massive version a lot easier than the night one.
Well, for me, the first time I got to the second form, I was trying to dodge and everything and like get out of the way, and like I died. And then the second time I got to him, I just stood there and wailing on him.
Just out DPS'd him.
Yeah.
Oh, like, nice.
Okay. Like this.
Yeah.
It's
and then
easy boss, I guess.
And that's kind of the bummer. Is I feel like once you get to the tech boss, by the time you get there, you're so strong that you've kind of outscaled the difficulty of the game, which on one hand is fine, but like you get to this giant multi-phase, multi-form final boss, and it's like, oh, he's dead. Oh, I'm done. Okay, well, that's all right. That's fine.
Yeah, and then that stupidly long. Was this Kickstarted by any chance? Because I did the speed option on the credits, and there was a whole list of names in there. So I'm thinking it's
thousands of everyone that's ever been on the internet kickstarted this game. Yeah,
there's like a whole section of like it took up my whole screen of Michael's, and I was like, all right,
yeah.
Was one of them Hannon by any chance?
No, I didn't kickstart this. I only found out about it once the developers started posting GIFs on Twitter as the release was coming up. I was like, look at how good this game looks. And you get to run a shop, and it's a roguelike. And I was like, come on. This game was made for me. Now, it's a pretty good game.
Do you guys remember what your highest money made in a single day was?
900 and something change thousand.
I got one day it was 2 million, and I was just all right, what can I spend this on? Oh, I got all upgrades, everything. So I was like, oh, cool, I just have 2 million in the bank.
Apparently your sword or your primary weapon carries over to New Game Plus. Nice. Your money carries over to New Game Plus.
Oh, jeez.
Nothing else carries over to New Game Plus.
That's not so bad.
But apparently the best guide I've seen, or best hint for heading into New Game Plus, is get around about 30 million at least.
Okay.
Because if you get the 30 million, you can basically just power up through all of the upgrades, and then that will allow you to go through for the speed run and stuff a hell of a lot faster.
Right. And you already have your weapon, so like doing the defenses should be fine. But if you even need to early on.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, well, any final thoughts here for week 3 of 4 for Moonlighter?
Do we need to do this 4th week?
Yes, we do, because I need to go for those achievements. And so do you. You have to go for them, Monkey. You are contractually obliged to at least hit an enemy with a spear once.
That's right. All right, well, thank you very much, everyone, for listening, and we'll see you next week. Or, sorry, we'll see you next run. Bye.
There we go.
Bye.
Branding Boston.
That's right.